Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, my back is wrenched. I'm talking really bad. I just took another Tylenol. Holy mackerel. It's right here. I'll show you in the old reflection. It's right here. It's right. I'll show you. It's right here. Right on this side and in the back. I mean, any flexing I got to do, I'm screwed. Royally. Oh, well, you got to be tough. So how you 111,616 and growing beautiful souls doing out there? Man, thank you so much for helping the channel grow. We're just growing like a weed. I've got my my creamer here. Put in about 12 tablespoons there. And we've got some McCaffey. Oh, yeah. First cup of the day. Look at this. My findings yesterday. I like this one. My first find. And TRD said this could be a meteorite. Could be worth something, right? Very weird. Weird enough to keep. I said, don't throw it back down. It's got some shells that were in there at one time, molded. Might be some small ones in it. And then the one of millions out there, but it's broken. It's like, remember Misfit Island on the Santa Claus movie? They all had something broken on them. I got to sit down. I'm dying. Let's try this out. Oh, man. Wow. Perfect temperature. 100% slurpable. I put so much cream in it. Let's add more coffee. 2 bottles of water, and I went 2 scoops and a half more. Ah! Oh! Let me tell you something. If I had to outrun a baby for $1 million, the baby would win. Oh, gosh. What did I do? What's my COSPET saying? It's saying you don't have any steps yet. It's 6:46 in the morning. I checked out the forecast. I was ready to hit that beach again, like every day. I'm buying another mask and snorkel. My M3 Ultra tank is calling for cloudy skies. Here, let me just put you down here. I can't hold. I can't do anything. I'm dying. Let me put this. Oh, gosh, any movement. I'm always being told to ice it. I don't even know if I have any. I might have a little bit. Oh, I think I do have ice. Oh, gosh. Last night, burgers on the grill, those prime rib burgers with mustard, Roma tomato, and hearts of romaine lettuce with Montreal seasoning. I didn't forget it. I thought I had a bottle, and I had a new bottle actually. Straighten you out here. Everything looks lopsided to me. And I doused it all on there. I put it on the grill. And I tore it up. And I sat here with my backache. I dropped 1 Tylenol. I got these 650s. And I just dropped another one. Uh, maybe pulling that buggy from the spot I was on the beach. I had to lean to my side. The sand was real soft. And I'm just pulling all this weight. It wasn't too bad if the sand wasn't so soft, but I'm trekking across there. I had to go all the way back down the lifeguard stand to get on a get out. Everything else had a roped off with rocks so you couldn't get off the beach. Oh, I need to be laying in the bed with ice and traction. But there's nothing I look more forward to than getting up and looking at my M3 tank. I just changed the face on it this morning. My steps say, it always starts me out pretty good. 127 steps. Now, how can I get 127 steps in a 25-foot camper going back and forth maybe 3 times? Maybe it was counting my arms flopping around, tossing and turning last night. Because I slept in it. I've slept in it 2 nights. I took it off to shower, and I didn't have to because I went diving in it. But, I like to use the soap, and I didn't just want to put soap film on it. And then when I got out of the shower, it was sitting here on the table, and I was looking at it, and I was like, well, you want to count your sleep. Let's see what it says about sleep. I'm telling you, it is very comfortable. This metal band, it's very lightweight metal. Might be aluminum. I don't know. It's definitely very comfortable. You don't feel it on you. All right, so we go through the modes here, and I'll find it real quick because I'm really good at this thing now. Stopwatch, notifications, compass, weather. Let's look at weather. Weather says we got some darn good evening weather. Evening fireside chat is coming up. Check this out. It says a high, it's 75 currently, a high of 84 today, a low of 66. And the skies are all cloudy through 1 o'clock. And then I go down and moderate pollution today. 84, 84, 81. And then look, starting Sunday, at the end of the weekend, high of 81, 79, 81. Now here's a problem with the watch. I've got a Wednesday of next week, a low of 32 and a high of 32. Okay, Houston, we got a problem. Yeah, it says 32/32. What's that about? But the next sunny sky is Saturday and Monday. Can they get the weather right? No. Can this watch get it right? No. It only goes on what they're saying. The weathermen never know. But today, cloudy all day. What is today? Thursday? The only reason I knew is I'm looking at it. All right, go to sleep, right? Back to sleep. Where is stress? Blood. Here it is, sleep. 8 hours, 16 minutes. Goal met. 100%. What does that mean? It says that plus an hour and 7 minutes from yesterday I got. Probably because my back hurt so bad and I took a sleep aid. Light sleep, 5 hours, 16 minutes. REM, whatever that is, 1 hour and 7 minutes. Awake, no minutes. Deep sleep, 1 hour and 53 minutes. I only light slept for 5 hours. I had 2 hours of deep sleep. That's it. According to this thing, sitting here watching me. The watch is watching me. Do you believe any of this? I don't know. Anyway, back to the time. Let's do while we're sitting here, let's do the blood pressure. Okay, press this little button right here to start it. It says be still, and then we'll do my machine. I'll go ahead and talk because I don't think it's that accurate. I love the step counting though, and the looks and the comfort of it, and the stopwatch. I get notifications when my phone gets a text or a phone call. I can take it right on my wrist. There's plenty for $150. And there's stuff that I don't even use that I might eventually use. Compasses and all that. In case I forget what direction I'm going. There we go. 127/72. All right. Now we got this thing. Okay. 127/72. Stick this on. Be still. This thing takes a minute too. 127/72. Don't forget it. That's 2 over what the doctor said. I'm to be 120 to 125, top number. I take the blood pressure at 4 o'clock. I just took my Stalin. $133/74. And if I could do it again with this machine and get a different number. Like I'll do it, but I won't be quiet. I'll talk. So I guess it's pretty close. 127, 133. This is 133. I'm high. I took my pressure medicine at 4. 4 or 6:30, I take my eye drops and my blood pressure at the same time. I take my Stalin pills in the morning. Stalin. Guess I'm going to be drawing them Social Security checks forever. Bankrupt the U.S. government. Baker getting his deposit. I'll be on the news. How can somebody be 115 years old collecting Social Security? It's Baker. 123/81. So I would say, it's close enough to where you can say, hey, I got to worry, or I'm all right. And then the, I don't know what the heart rate is, but it says it right there. It's always on. That always gives you. You don't have to do 78. 78. Check out this. The battery. 54%. Man, don't you wish a phone lasted like that? This is the 3rd day. It only came with 83 or 85%. We're down to 55%. Where's that charger? Right here. Right here. You plug it in a USB-C and a little magnet, 2 magnet thing on the back of the watch, and it finds itself. Click! It goes right on it. Stick it in, you got about that much length. That's not too bad. 2 hours, and you're good for 2 weeks. Hey, those Invictus, I got the self-winding. I got the automatic models. which I love. But if you let them sit for a day, every time I put a new one on, I have to reset it every time because they stop. They have to have movement. Funny thing is when I was traveling with the camper, none of them lost time because they were moving in the camper. What did you guys say in comments that I need to talk about? Someone said to cook that corn in the husk on the grill, and that is good. I mean, that's an old one. That's a really good, yeah. But you have got to try. I even told, what's his name? Amir, the nice young man that checked me out yesterday. He's going to check out my channel. I said, look, you like corn on the cob? He goes, who doesn't? I said, put it in the microwave, 3.5 minutes per ear, maximum 2 ears at a time. You can't go throwing 4 or 5 pieces in there. It doesn't work out. But 2 is fine. 7 minutes. But 1 ear, 3.5 minutes, and cut it back from the fat end about 1 inch with a sharp knife. Hold on to it with something like a dish rag because it's going to be hot. And then squeeze it out. No silk, no muss, no fuss. Comes right out on your plate. Put the butter, salt, and pepper to it and enjoy. It's good to eat right off the cob, but I also like to cut my corn off the cob. That reminds me. Before cooking corn, just taking the husk off, at my grandmother's farm, when she used to can, she had these big metal, you've seen those big silver tubs. They'd be brand new, sterilized, clean. And we would cut fresh corn, white corn. Nothing better than white corn. Before it turned to starch, take the husk off, and we would cut off the cob into this big, I guess they were the smaller ones for the corn. We had bigger ones for green beans and stuff. We'd snap them. Snap green beans and peel that string down, throw that piece away. We'd snap peas, open them, and put the peas in. I mean, we did all of that. But the corn, we would cut it off the cob and throw the cob over into a pile. And that's how she made cream corn. She put it in mason jars, nice sized mason jars. And she'd seal it. They put it down in water and that cap seals down. Open that up months later. Fresh, no starch, fresh, sweet cream corn. Unbelievable. With some cornbread. It was the best eating I ever ate in my life. Was on Nanny's farm. She had these green hot peppers that would burn you up. Real skinny ones. They'd curl. Man, just a little bite off of one of them with some cornbread and some butter beans. It would light you up. But they were good. My grandfather loved them. And we could just walk out the door at dinner time and pick one. She said, step out the door and pick a couple of peppers. And everything on that table was grown from that farm. Everything. You name it, any kind of vegetable, she grew it. Potatoes, everything. Even made her own jam. Well, if I can get up, I'm going to get some more coffee. Help me up. Come on, Baker. Don't. Oh, God. I was going to say, don't fake it. I'm hurting, folks. There is something seriously wrong with you. It's this part of just getting erect at the very end. Ah. Yeah, it's hard to get erect. Straight up and down. Don't get nasty. Oh, God. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be swimming. I'm not going to be doing any gym stuff. How about that saw? Was that little enough? Or I've already ruined it because I put a whole bunch in the first time. I'm good for 2 months still? All right. Now, oh God, just bending over like that. I got those thin sirloins. Is that what it was? Sirloin steak? Did you see my shells? There it is. When I used to get sand dollars, that was a real find. Years ago, I had them lined up in my window of this cottage that I rented. I had them all over the bathroom windows. And, I bleached them and dried them out, made sure there was nothing in them or alive or anything. Of course, I didn't take anything out of the ocean that was alive. They were dead. I cleaned them up. Beautiful sand dollars. People used to love it when the tourists would walk by. You saw I had my beach chair yesterday right up on the water. That was a dead beach. I mean, I loved it. But it was not like Lido where so many tourists from St. Armand's and staying at that Holiday Inn that's, I guess it still is a hotel now. Some other high dollar place. But I always had tourists walk by on Lido Beach. And that's a nice walk anyway that goes down and around. And I had that big setup. Yesterday was nothing. I had 2 chairs, 2 umbrellas, grapes, cheese, big bottle of wine, 2 wine glasses. I had it going on. It looked like I was selling. And my iPad was out there on this clamp. I had a big Apple iPad hooked to the arm of my chair. And I was on the Wi-Fi at the Holiday Inn. And I could just sit there and, I had 2 speakers going, playing some good music. I mean, I took everything out there. People will go by. What the hell's going on here? I give them some sand dollars. Had my mask, snorkeling fins. I was tan, blonde, ripped. I mean, I was in the best shape of my life. Like 180. I lived in that water. And I want to go back in time. I want to go back. Yesterday when I started swimming with that mask and snorkeling fins, well, first thing I was disappointed right away that the snorkel wouldn't clear, and my second breath to get air was a mouthful of salt water. And the next disappointment was the Ozark Trail fins, while they were propelling me, the part your foot went in was that hard plastic. It wasn't rubber. And so one of my toes apparently lifts up like that when I'm trying to use my feet as a paddle. And it was pressing up against that hard plastic. And it hurt because it was my first time back at it. I don't think I would have ever gotten used to those because they're junks. But it did get me in the water. I was able to see under the water. I wasn't able to breathe while still looking underwater because the snorkel was broken. The little ball or the cork or whatever that's supposed to seal after you blow it out and to keep water from coming in so you can only get air once it's above the surface. Something in the mechanism wasn't working right. So I took it back yesterday to customer service when I went to Walmart. She said, anything wrong with it? I said, nah. I said, yeah, the snorkel will drown you. Snorkel doesn't work. So I could have went back right then and gotten, I really think I want fins with it. And the only other sets they had were, I'll have to look again. There's a Walmart going towards the beach. Some Walmarts have a tendency to carry a different inventory, like beach stuff, that are closer to the beach. Like if you go to Panama City Beach in Florida, That's the best Walmart I've ever been in my life for a surf shop. They got so many board shorts, and I did buy some board shorts yesterday. Hey, where are they at? Here they are. Take a look at this. What do you think? I think you'll like them. They're George. Yesterday I had on a pair of gym shorts with some drawers underneath. This is a bathing suit, the board shorts. I like it's the fat man kind with the stretchy in the back, which I don't like. True board shorts, which are $50. These are $8. They have this in the front all the way around. And look, it has a tie. That's a board short look. And then look, it's got a little navy with that blue. I think they're nice. I think I'm going to look like I'm definitely on the beach and I'm properly dressed. What is that tag right there? What does that say? Oh, I lied. I sure did. Man, these were expensive. You know, if Walmart ain't got it, I don't need it. They might have been $8 on sale. What does that say? Quick dry. Says quick dry UPF 50 plus stretch tag free comfort. Now, who doesn't need stretch? Their size large, so that can be determined. You know, if you're a 34 to a 36, I think you got room with that stretch. I think they're great. They had so many at Walmart and ones that are much shorter. But I just thought these screamed swimming suit, bathing suit, board short, tourist, not too tourist. I see some guys out there wearing these board shorts. That's what we call them. Some people say bathing suit. I see a lot of guys wearing these board shorts out there like Walmart. I've seen those at Walmart. What I really like, as I was wearing the other day, is these hybrid shorts. You can go in the water, you can swim with them, and they are a board short, and they have pockets and a back pocket. You can wear a button down with them and go right into a restaurant with a pair of reefs on or your tennis shoes, and you fit right in. Where these, you fit right in on the beach, but you go walking into the Outback, and that's not a fancy place per se, but the hybrids I have, I can walk into. You're never going to see me walk into Fleming again, but I could go in there with them. With a button down. So, but I grabbed those because, I don't know, other than those hybrids, that's all I got. And I wore those gym shorts yesterday and got in the water. And they were just fine. But, man, I hope it burns off. I'd like to go back up there today if my back feels better. And if I just buy a mask and snorkel and forget the fins, I know it's going to suck because without feeling like you have propulsion, it's not the same. Plus, I like to swim with them. It helps me go. I'll look on Amazon and get them. I left an email, I don't know if I've got it on my phone yet, in China about the e-bike. Like, hey, it says it's in California, but it was supposed to arrive Tuesday. I think they probably mean this coming. So that's all right. When it gets here, it gets here. That's going to be fun too. Throwing my backpack on with some snorkeling equipment and taking the bike with a lock and being able to go from Bradenton Beach, Cortez Beach, all the way right on down, about a mile down, half a mile down to Coquina Beach. These beaches, I've been living here all these years, It's a little bit of a drive to go out to the water to get to the Gulf of America from here versus Lido. The land goes out, so it's a little longer drive out Cortez Road, but it really isn't bad. And the beach is so much more, what should I say, like middle class. It's very nice, it's really, people got money living over there. But you go to Lido or St. Armand's, I mean, that's just over the top money. Over the top. Siesta Key Beach is nice too, except it's a little further drive for me. And it is, because of the advertisement about it, it's just covered up with tourists. I mean, covered up. But it's nice. You're not going to be able to ride your e-bike over there because they don't allow it in the guarded areas. They want you to walk it, which they should. But over here at Bradenton Beach, you got that strip, not down on the water, but that nice long boardwalk to cruise around, go check out those neighborhoods and the shops and stuff. I can get all around, man. I can get all around on my trek as well. I can't wait to do all that. All that is stuff. I'm going to be out in the sun, greased up with no shirt, some sunblock on, a hat, and my camera, and do it and show you the area, show myself. It's going to be awesome. So now it's 7:14. Let's get one up. Last thing I want to tell you is the Bradenton Beach video. There's no internet over there. On that beach, something must have happened during the hurricane where there's no cell towers. There's terrible, terrible internet. And so when I left the beach, I figured my phone would reconnect to the next tower. That's what your phones do. They jump from tower to tower. Well, that didn't seem to be working. So I reset the phone. I restarted it. I did this. I deleted the video and re-uploaded the video. I re-uploaded the video 2 times and see which one would win on the upload speed. Nothing was working. I'm in 720p. I did have a few clips. I think that's what really is the bad part. I'm really tempted to try to get Visible going again. This is $70, and I'm going to put this video up. It's going to be only 2 clips because I only stopped the camera once, I think, and we'll find out. I would love to be back on. It's $45 now for their super duper plan that has higher speeds and a good Wi-Fi to provide the internet to my TV, which this one does. So I can watch the internet. I have home internet included. So it's still a good deal. But I can be $45 and maybe $5 cheaper with an auto pay. I'm going to have to look into it. Maybe the iPhone 15 I've got, I need to get the 16. With a faster RAM or something. But, this is what I do. So I got to have, I've experienced where videos, I could just see them go, zzz, uploaded. Man, that's like NASA stuff. I wish I had that kind of internet. All right, folks, let's finish some coffee. Let's get the trash out. Let's hit the shower, turn the hot water on. Let's wash the sleep off. Let's get in one of my cars. Go to the car wash. I normally would go to the gym. I'd normally go walking. I'm going to have to stretch a little bit, though. Maybe I'll try to schlep around a little bit. I'm sure I'll be all right. I'm sure I'll be back to crushing it